facing race, Thistle was respected, then I think they tried to today, and it's a big gap. So that's a bit disappointing. But to come back with Lewis's fight, it was very fun. I'm not sure what the result is.
The kid was probably moving
Testing, a lot of people thought maybe you would have an advantage over Mercedes with tracks and outside corners. Is that not looking the way that
I think they are very strong in general. Then again, they are for sure the big favourites. If we manage to turn that situation around, it will be very impressive.
Maybe actually was driving the day, but pushing the back close second. Ollie Bear. We'll hear from him shortly.
Nobody wants to see that. It doesn't matter. Simple to say.
Games that last up to 680 miles, memories that last long. When our strong E-Tech self-charging fuel hybrid.
And now the new anti-damage system will help protect my hair. The result? We own the moment. Every shade sets the mood. With new Schwarzkopf Live.
You might expect to believe the same.
Wait, have you been seeing someone else? What? Another dentist? It's just your mouth that's looking great.
When you use Colgate Total, your dentist visiting
Give it, Wolsey!
Total system
Give it
is
all,
15 times more effective
Weird.
at the root cause of many oral health issues. Prevent problems from the #1 brand recommended by dentists.
With 20 kilograms luggage against the standard more hotels designed around with you, like Swordfish Street. More racial pattern waterparks on site. More ooh, that looks good. More peace of mind with 24/7 support. And more lyrics to book online, in store or online. You book it to
Not long as it has to research UK's Race for Life. I'm still all in. Who's with me?
Everyone, besties, bakers, croissants. Let's go for Race for Life.
Charlie! Try the hot position.
Starting Oscar Piastri. with a booth there after the last couple of years. There's how they're
Well, you know, we came here to go racing, to do something. This is very frustrating.
Nothing changed fundamentally between the end of qualifying and
Once we were preparing the car of Lando to leave the garage, we found a problem on the electrical side of the power unit. We tried to fix it, but actually there was no way to fix it. And then once we were on the grid, we found another problem on the electrical side of the power unit. There seem to be different problems occurring for some reasons at the same time, and basically meaning that there was no way to start the race. So something that is extremely, it seems to be like extremely unfortunate coincidence of two different problems on the electrical side of the power unit appearing at the same time, but that's what it is. We go on time, we will investigate together with HPP, and we will see what's happening, and we will make sure that this doesn't happen again.
well, thanks for explaining. Off to Japan we go. Do the cars go straight there, I imagine? Can bits be sequestered and sent back to Woking for analysis?
These will depend on the findings. Certainly the parts that were at fault with the launch in this case not to be planned, they will go back to HPP, they will be investigated. But like I said, we approach this as a team, as a one team. We will take the learning, we will fix it, and we'll go again.
We'll see you then. Thank you for explaining.
Yeah, two unrelated electrical issues. So we have to get to the bottom of it. Yeah, from McLaren. I wonder if there were mini top or Landos and mini top in the string. Get to start to a season. Just the fact that chap was there aborted.
Even if you're not necessarily winning every race, just like doing laps in every race now is so critical. They've had a long festival considering it's a new track. He still hasn't done a single Grand Prix race lap. So for both drivers and for the team, just to not have laps is worst case scenario. So yeah, they're going to be scratching their heads. And just understanding these cars, the fact that they've both had two different electrical issues and it took them a long time to work out what was going on, it just shows the complexity of the cars at the moment.
And they're not in the same spot as Ferrari. Ferrari can't fight the Mercedes. In fact, can't. So losing this track now is not really a good thing for them because then into being the third team, they might be caught up. But to have an issue just at the start, they've started the engines before it. It's
You only get learning through running, and the problem is now we're going to go to Japan, and then they're going to have a month off. Let's follow it's only the top ended everything, hasn't it?
For sure, it's changed the sort of shape of the season. It's almost like a maybe very early in the season. For some teams, it's going to be quite nice because there's a long so I think that much time back at base to actually really work on a lot of things. It's been a long time on the road. They went straight into Bahrain testing in January, and then suddenly you're in Australia and here. So it gives them a bit of time at HQ to really kind of analyse the last few weekends, but equally they don't have much time because
they keep in the same budget gap. They keep the same budget gap. Space is less, it's cheaper. All the last teams with issues, more freedom to work.
Okay, let's hear from Jubilee. That week was a brilliant effort. He scored in all three races this year, both main Grand Prix and the sprint as well.
P5 on 11. Have a look at that screen and that board. How are you feeling right now? I mean, the smile is big, but it should be big today.
Yeah, it was a great race, fantastic race. You know, I was very unlucky with Hajar spinning in front of me, and yeah, then I really thought the race was over. I was back really on, I think, P14 or something, which I was having a really good run. And then I just had nowhere to go. I had to avoid the crash. And then the safety car came out at the right point, but still, you know, we needed to have that pace. So I'm lucky on that one, very lucky with the safety car, but we took it, we took it, and
He was in his crippled season, hot on the heels of the front, just tapping at the heels.
I think we would have expected the has to be where it's obviously with a bit of a pinch of salt on this happen, no Clarence. However, for him to be able to be racing these guys in not have any reliability issues for one, but also even with Hadjar, not find himself getting taken out by all the barriers and that. It's actually very tricky to drive these cars. Especially in the early
What do you like about the way that he drives, Jack?
He really knows where to position his car to avoid some issues. The way he avoided a jar was incredible. Normally when you're on the outside and someone spins in front of you, you get taken out of it. It's not seen to be able to avoid it like that. That was really, really good. He's a good racer, and he believes in himself, because his comments always, oh yeah, he's not embarrassed to beat.
I'm reminded of George Russell when he was going to Williams. And I think by the year 3, he's like, come on, I want to get in that Mercedes. He's had a sniff of it. And, you know, he's desperate to get in there. He's going to have to buy his time. But actually, it looks like they're having incredibly good time.
Absolutely saying he wants to be in that car, which is quite nice. I think he knows the benefit of doing what he's doing. It's probably win for him because he didn't have a great weekend and finished out of the
Yeah, it's a bit all up on a group deal with some there.
has to be up there. And that's
Needs much, I suppose. Needs much.
in the points, which the fact that he was able to outscore and outqualify someone like Esteban on, who we know is a bit of a no-quality, 4 points we pointing out. He did it last year, he's done it this year already. I think he's definitely doing the right thing by learning in that Haas, because when he does go to Ferrari, he's going to be a real racer.
The nice best driving radio as well.
Saturday, so
Yeah, I did as well.
yeah, I brought one in the bag.
Good stuff. Right, I'm going to take a short break. We're going to wrap things up in a couple of moments' time. Doing our thing of racing Jimmy Antonelli. Momentous day.
That lasts up to 680 miles, memories that last a lifetime. Renault Roxbrugh E-Tech self-charging full hybrid. Renault Roxbrugh with 0% APR representative for £349 a month.
Wait, have you been seeing someone else?
What? Like another dentist?
It's just your mouth that's looking great.
When you use Colgate Total, your dentist visit becomes more of a friendly chat. The Colgate Total system is 15 times
cause many all health issues. Organs Colgate Total, number one brand.
At Review Mutual, our party insurance can be you can claim with confidence as we pay out on 99% of claims with no quibble. And you don't lose your no claims discount if you're hit by an uninsured driver. You're covered if you break down. Plus we reward loyalty by giving saving and we do all this so you can enjoy the more important things. The quality car insurance you can rely on. So from Review Mutual today.
Who's up for the 10K?
Nice.
What about the 5K? Anyone from anybody?
Come on, man!
Everyone.
Come on, Africa, that's not in there. Let's have it. Come on. Come on. Yes.
You need to contest that.
The biggest free from range of any supermarket in
We know you need more than just one reason. We do all this because every little helps.
And nothing but enjoy every game live on Sky Sports.
Welcome back. Kimmy Antonelli, written on the headlines today, only the second teenager ever to win a Formula One Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. The race result then, it was a win to George Russell. Just didn't have the pace of his teammate today. Lewis Hamilton did over Charles Leclerc. That is a big gap, 25 seconds between them, and that was more points this season than the whole of the last season, i.e. and there were 3 retirees and 4 that didn't start, most notably those McLarens and Stroll, whose vibrations forcing them to retire. So to Max Verstappen, what it means to drivers is this: 4 points between the two Mercedes drivers that didn't pick speed, of course, taking the sprint. Charles Leclerc is 1 ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and then Ollie Bell ahead of Lando Norris. Pierre Gasly 7, Verstappen down in 8, and also in Australia. Further down, Isaac Hadjar, Oscar Piastri, Carlos Sainz as well today. In 7.
I'm very happy. There's a very competitive here inside me. see lights and in the distance, and I was trying to put in some really spots, and I missed out on the 5 lights. It was still a very strong weekend.
What did you do about when you think so many people used to use the live ACT? As far as you didn't have the live ACT, and that's there at the end to get those. Big group for the teams.
I was very pleased with the pace and quality was there. We got this ability from testing here. We're learning more and more about this style. Yeah, the good thing is I'm still feeling this small area where sort of limited everything else. I lost boost pressure, so when I passed the line, I didn't have the power. All the flew past me, and there was a bit more in it, but the pace is there. I'm sure I will have some more fun this year.
Franco, you did so well on that first stint on the tyres. I'm sure you're probably hoping for a bit of control, right?
Yeah, well, it's really good to see that I'm going to the gym. We can look back at Colapinto's day first of all, and it was a good strategy by the team to start with the hard tyre. That meant they didn't have to hit the safety car, but it meant that they had the front end, or the front of the field behind them now at this stage in the race on new tyres. And Leclerc at this point is right behind Franco and trying desperately to get by through turns 2 and 3. Eventually gets by on the exit and tracks him on those fresher tyres. But I think one thing I picked up on during the racing commentary, and I'll show it again here, is at this moment where Leclerc has found his way by, Colapinto looks like he's on the attack. And I think it would have been easy at this moment to send him down the inside, maybe get a bit trigger-happy on the spot and try something to regain that position, because you're at the front of the field, but he wasn't. He was thinking about the longer term of the race here, and let before turning into turn 6 itself, and make sure that he wasn't going to break the lead and potentially like something to get any silly moments. So that was a really mature part of the race with George behind him as well, overtaking Ocon. That was his fight. So not George or Charles. He let those guys go. That was really mature of him. Later on in the race, a few laps later, now you've got pressure from the two hats, and you've got his teammate Gasly behind with Verstappen on the outside. I'm playing slow motion. There's a lot going on here. So tries to go on the outside, and Colapinto's got it covered on the inside with Behrman right behind him, boxing him in, and Behrman can't go anywhere there, allowing Ocon to drive round the outside. Colapinto brakes nice and late though, late enough that Ocon senses the fact that he's going to potentially squeeze out the roll on the exit. And to be fair to Ocon, does the right thing in letting him go. Behrman then is on the inside, but then a lap or two later is Behrman on the attack, and he does a really good move here. We spoke about Behrman. This is one of the highlights for me. Crossing the line there and gets it on the exit. So really nice move. Behrman once again doesn't fight that too hard, but he knows that he's got a pit stop coming. He was offset with the tyres slightly at that stage in the race versus the house, particularly with Ocon. So at this point he's coming, brand new set of boots, the medium tyres go on, and the fight now is with Ocon who's coming up behind him. So he's desperately trying to get up to speed here through turn 1. He's really fighting the car, those cold tyres. Through turn 1 he goes. You see all the adjustments going on the wheel. He's trying to get the car back to the apex. into turn 2, really fighting right, and he gets to, this is the apex, in the apex of the corner, so he's made it, and then suddenly he gets the hit, and he wasn't expecting that, he didn't see this chance from Ocon, who admitted it was his fault, here's right forward rock, but this is how he saw it, so he sees an opportunity, the car's struggling with cold tyres out of it, and he sees this gap potentially opening up earlier on, and sends it down the inside. It's too late, the gap's already closing, locks up, spins the car around, he sees what's going to happen, and he has to put his hand up for this one and say, yeah, I misjudged that, the late turn in, that which can happen in turn 2. He went through a gap, that was closing. It was an unfortunate one. I see where he's going with that, but it's an unfortunate one. We go back to Gasly, who had the Verstappen on the inside, and there was only a bit of contact. This is how Gasly sort of goes to the onboard. You'll see he just gets run out of room, but he leaves Verstappen enough of a gap, and there was that tiny bit of contact. He wasn't happy about this. We've got the onboard from Verstappen. Here it is, actually a little bit of a twitch from Gasly there, allows Verstappen through, and it's that little adjustment from Max. I think, yeah, because there was contact, if I was a steward, I think I would have given Max a black and white flag for that. That's the maximum you could really give in that situation, just because there was contact. But I think that's always going to lose out. That's a great situation. You don't give this guy a sniff of a chance down the inside, and that's exactly what happened there. Back to you guys.
Hold on, I have a quick look at this though. This was Ocon saying sorry to yeah. I just wonder, you talked about the move there, he's held his hands up, but the Bearman's putting out the wrong pressure.
Yeah, I just help.
At the moment, so far, we're 2 races in, very much
Experience, and if you look at the race crash, Bearman's great race crash, and keeps putting himself in the wrong spot. Since the start of his career, he always keeps a new place, crashing with another car. And at least this time he said, okay, my fault, but that's been a rare occurrence.
Big season for him, I get that feeling, don't you?
Yeah, when you get to sort of that phase where you're not in a top tier team, there's nowhere to fall back into. If you're in a factory team, sometimes you drop into a Haas or a Williams or something, but there's nowhere else for him to go, and there's a lot of young drivers for him.
Absolutely. Okay, Max Verstappen to finish.
Unfortunately, what was the problem in the end that made you retire?
ERS steering problem. So I had to retire the car.
There are a lot of teams having issues this weekend. Teams continue to have issues. How do you turn this around at Red Bull? We've seen you do it before, but it seems like quite a long list for you guys.
Yeah, I think this week was particularly bad. I mean, it would help if we could have a normal start also. Every time I've been dropping too last. But then also a big problem for us is at the moment the tire regulation. We are draining more than the people around us. Very, very complicated. I think the team, they do everything. They do everything, and that's also good for the team's part, right? Because I know that they can do it, but at the moment we are not where we want to be, more problems than we expected, and also balance is really not what we hopefully a bigger break now. If there, we can make some good stuff.
A very different challenge for him this year.
It is a different challenge. Really make a difference.
Quickly, what's your impression of the first 2 races?
Melbourne was a lot of fun. This weekend they figured it out. From the pecking order.
Okay. A couple of tweaks potentially.
Maybe. Yes.
Okay. Thanks for the information over the last A few days it's been a pleasure learning track and Jamie touch racing on the Japanese Grand Prix, the final one was but what a day for Owen and Tinelli. Amazing stuff. It's first ever race for us.
Your favourite racer, not chocolate.
Do you know what Chinese year it is?
Yes, I know. The old.
Range that lasts up to 680 miles, memories that last a lifetime. Renault Strong E-Tech 7000 full hybrid. Renault Strong with 0% APR representative for £349 per month.
UK's race for life. I'm still all in. Who's with me?
Who's up for the 10k?
Nice.
What about the 5k? Anyone for Pretty Muddy? Everyone. Besties, bakers, aqua dancers. Let's go all in for race for life.
You might expect a delicious sounding description here. Do we really need it?
At MV Mutual, our quality car insurance can be reliable. You can claim with confidence as we pay out on 99% of claims with no limit. And you can use your no claims discount if you're hit by an uninsured driver. You're covered if you break down. Plus, we reward loyalty by giving a saving on your renewal. We do all this so you can enjoy the more important things. For quality car insurance you can rely on, search MV Mutual today.
With Schwarzkopf Live, we go for it. We colour at home, our way, and now the new anti-damage system will help protect my hair. The result? Vibrant colour. We switch up. We own the moment. Every shade sets the mood. With new Schwarzkopf Live, it gives you more outfits. 24 as standard. More hotels. Design around you. Like that Swordfish Street. More ratio to the bottom. Water parks on site. More, ooh, that looks good. More peace of mind with 24/7 support. And more quick stuff on app, in store, or online. You book it to resort at allapp.tech.
I'm not love.
Discounts on holidays abroad.
We know you need more than just groceries from us. We can always, because every little helps.
Audi sponsors Formula One on Sky Sports.
To the race notebook from the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix, and as Balloon ascends on the Shanghai International Circuit, we have found a star. No. I'm just doing an intro. Stop your cheering. We haven't started yet. Honestly, we have found a bright new star in the form of our newest winner in Formula One, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He has done it. He's been around for a year and a half, hasn't he? But he didn't have a car. What do you want to call it? You can come here. He didn't have a car. I'm just wondering. He didn't have a car, so to really do it, even though George Russell won some races last year. Today was the day. Now, he takes all of this back to a strange kind of electrical glitch, which prevented George Russell from doing two runs in qualifying 3. Now look, am I saying that he wouldn't have won anyway? Listen, he could have won. He may well have qualified George Russell anyway. But that's where it all started. That was where it all started. George had a problem. He only had one run. Kimi was able to get a pole. And with the usuals of battling with the Ferraris, he was able to convert into the race win. But assuredly kept his head, and it's clearly the first of many. I don't know who the photo is. Photo of the person on the Kimi P1 who's not here. Who is it? Tom Mason. Okay, number 1 mechanic who's not here this week. That's why he's there. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Toto is just to the left. It's a proud moment. We've already spoken. Here he is. Hey! How can you not be just delighted for Kimi and for the whole safety team? We've got the flag in the right way. Photo, and this man is going to be showered in the once again. He's afraid of the champagne. No, he's got a sprint on him, hasn't he? He's actually got a sprint on him. He's already been covered, and he's going to be covered again. You win your first Grand Prix once, don't you? So I don't think he should be. Oh, there we go. They've got him. There we go. He's running away from him. So it's probably shut. It's probably shut. But anyway, it's a sweet feeling. And they left him on. The man they said might not be ready, the man they said was too young, the man they said might not be experienced enough to win a Grand Prix, but he has shown them wrong today, and clearly it is going to be the first of many. I'm sure they talk about the generation. So in the end, actually, straight he had it fairly easy because actually the Mercedes details, the George Russell was second, Kimmy was first, and they defended each other at the start. And while it seemed that Kimmy was looking after George Russell and trying to stop him from overtaking, kind of allowed Lewis Hamilton into the lead. Kimmy got past Lewis Hamilton on lap 3, and then George got past Charles Leclerc, and then eventually Lewis Hamilton got past Charles Leclerc on lap 4 and boosted past Lewis Hamilton for P2. And then they ran 1 and 2, both pitted at the safety car, and George, because they were stacking, had a bit of a slower pit stop. He dropped back, had to be more patient as the race went on. And while George was racing the Ferrari, that allowed Kimmy to go away, to run in this balanced energy mode, and to build an 8-second lead. And while George Ferraris, it was George got past basically until the fateful lap 54, when Kimmy had a look at the hairpin, lost a couple of seconds, but in the end, rather than winning by 7 seconds, won by 5 seconds. And that was George was happy for him. It was magnanimous podium, and probably the most feel-good, wholesome moment on the podium was Peter Hennington, the engineer who looked after Lewis Hamilton for so long, won so many championships with Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes, and then the new charge, Kimi Antonelli, and it was so nice that Lewis's first Grand Prix podium that he gets to keep had in the middle of it the young driver and the old driver. You're right, I think covered in champagne. So that was a lovely moment, I thought, on the podium with Bono, with his old driver, previous driver, and the current driver. Lewis said, I thought I was quite. I'll get on to Lewis. A little bit later. Anything else? I mean, listen, I think if you were with us on the live, we were talking to Toto Wolff and Kenny's dad. They were saying, look, this is the beginning of a career. This is the beginning of a journey. Clearly, George Russell is still their focus for the championship. But hey, just to say, I think it's playing finish out-qualifying George Russell for speed reasons or for whatever, any reason, and then finishing ahead of him, that Kimi Antonelli can't be right with any chance. Genuinely, that he absolutely does. That's what he needs in his championship, for both Kimi and George to be challenging each other down to the last race of the season, wherever that is going to be. What did you think of the racing? Extended racing that we didn't see in Australia, sort of sugar rush of the opening few laps. Once we had to go around and get them racing, it was much better. And I thought, all through the field, I thought we were lacking maybe in the last lap boost bonanza. I thought there might be a last lap boost bonanza, particularly on Carl Sainz and Frank Colapinto. People who finished very close to each other. We didn't have that. Maybe all the defending cars were wise to the attacking cars. But of course, when you cross the line, you won't need your battery pack anymore, and so you've got to defend from people who will charge their battery to full on the last lap. And then try the last to the end. There we go. He's come out to the front. Patience has been somewhat rewarded. Kimmy's going to talk to our colleagues on Sky Italy. We will have a look with I mentioned the like of this. That's his trailer Catalan, I believe. Is Serge Catalan? Over here. Good, thank you very much. Nice day. He was here. Our job is never done. We'll be going on into the evening, I'm sure, but a nice day for Rose. Right, let's do... well, should we tidy up McLaren? I mean, you can see Pete, they're the garage next door, and you can see them all, going from the delighted to the terribly disappointed. It was a did not start, 2 did not starts for both McLarens. That's the first time that they had such a sort of calamitous race since they were both disqualified from the Las Vegas Grand Prix last year. It's been all champagne and chocolates since then, including winning the Constructors' Championship and winning the Drivers' Championship for Lando Norris. But this is the first weekend that I really felt that the championship honeymoon was over for Lando. He came here, I spoke to him on Thursday, there were no smiles, the smile had gone. It was all a bit... He realises that he has not changed to defend, especially defend his championship, or anything is possible. But it didn't start working out. Same for Oscar Piastri. So while Oscar has done the sprint race, he still hasn't done the Grand Prix race. And he wanted to run away once. They're going to get
Yeah, no, my sprint is good, man. And anyway, they got me, so that is good. It's such a beautiful moment to share with the team. We've been on a great journey so far. From karting all the way to Formula 1 to get to this moment it means a lot already for me. And just to great, the opportunity that I got, I'm happy that I was able to make the best out of it and to bring the first win.
Just the early fight with the Ferrari. Were you kind of seeing you enjoyed that Ferrari off the start? You were kind of finding a little bit from it, and then Lewis cut it.
Yeah, I did a mistake because I not too much, but I left way too much room on the other side, so that was a mistake of mine. Because I didn't see the Ferrari coming. Actually, we were able to come out from and we set the pace. On the hard, I felt very good. I did a mistake which shouldn't happen to me at the end. Yeah, because I was in a really nice rhythm and
good enough.
I relaxed a bit too much and I left the door open to mistakes and decent gap and been able to bring it home. For sure it's not going to happen again.
Was interesting, it was tense, there was a fight all the way through. There was a quiet moment while George was battling the Ferraris for you as well, but you built that lead that you needed, and hats off to you.
Thank you so much, thank you for the and everyone who's supporting me, and it's just the beginning, and we're going to keep going because today is a great day, but just like
a lot of fans out there, a lot of people at the factory in Brashley who'll be watching this. Thanks so much in HPP as well as be watching this.
Yeah, I'm really happy because these races also to back up Brashley Bristol because they provided us such a good car and today they helped me to achieve so many big things.
Congratulations. Avanti. Go on, off you go. Well done, Jimmy. And that's the words, isn't it? Today they helped him achieve many finish off the McLaren. Calamitous start. Lando Norris for the last of the grid. It was a huge problem on the side. HPP, high performance powertrains, when you hear people talking about HPP, it's like high performance powertrains. They would be wanting to know what it is, because McLaren couldn't have to Mercedes one day. And to achieving his dream, it could have been any of the teams. So So all those people in Brixworth want to understand exactly what happened. Oscar Piastri, I thought as deadpan, brilliantly deadpan as ever. I said it's been a while since I've watched two Grand Prix. Probably back when he was not driven. Probably back when he was an Alpine test driver. Driving for Alpine. So that's probably the last time. Driving in them. Right, it's done 14 minutes or so. Let me just do quickly Ferrari and Red Bull, and then we'll take a break and we'll leave the pit lane. So Red Bull, quite easy to explain. It was a battery energy recovery system issue in the battery with Max Verstappen. That's why he retired. A little scare on the rear wing for Max Verstappen on the grid. So again, after Australia, nothing went right for them. Like in the sprint race, anything that could go wrong did go wrong for Red Bull Racing. So they fixed that rear wing issue on the grid. They were both soft starters. Pit early. When he did pit early, he pitted, not that he was going to know there was going to be a safety car, before the safety car. Probably the first time. People, Wally Behrman and many more. He ran 2 seconds behind Wally Behrman with Aston P9 trying to catch Liam Lawson. Then Max's car was 26. Crunched his way back to the pits with the DRS. Issue. And that was it for DNF for Max Verstappen. And he continues his rather miserable season. So where he goes from here, I do not know. I don't know whether he does either. He's got an April break, so we're now going to call the April break. Figure that out. Well done, he's had a chance to 4 points for P8. And yeah, he was P8 and then just finished it, couldn't close on any of the cars with a lack of pace. The hardy crowd who are here a little way. And Ferrari, let's do them. A breakthrough, I think you can call that sorts. And heaven knows when he's one the greatest driver of all time. When he's won 7 World Championships and 365,000 Grand Prix. A breakthrough in P3 and a Ferrari in a podium shouldn't be a breakthrough for Lewis Hamilton. But I think you can agree it is a breakthrough for him because he managed to have a free podium for Ferrari before that. Yes, he had the sprint win, but he was disqualified from the Grand Prix. And then there is a nice photo with Serge and Rosa. He goes past the camera, a fresh little shower, fresh day, and I'm sure we'll go into the briefing. Right, I'll just tell you the other thing that happened I thought was interesting. Lewis Hamilton, I thought it was good. Funny that he hadn't been pulled out of them since they changed it to what looking like that kind of 70s when he said, oh, it's a proper upgrade when Stefano Domenicali came in. But he made sure, Lewis made sure that Bono got showered on the podium, which was quite good. And sweet moment. He said on the radio, keep pushing, I believe in you. I did ask Fred Vassar, is it possible to improve the power unit? He said, well, we don't use and you
Is that between me and you?
all the power unit people have. The worse you are, the more trade opportunity you get. And as at the moment, Ferrari aren't doing too badly, so that's why it's going to be quite difficult. But my friend said he'd rather find 5 tenths of a second from the chassis, I mean good luck with that if it's possible, than 5 tenths of a second from the power unit like Lewis. So Lewis is asking for more from the power unit side, so she'll be able to get it. I do not know. 4th for Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, both Ferraris let them sit for ages on the grid to cool their tyres, or rather had the cooling their tyres. As Kenny, you heard, moved over into Philip and George. Both pitted into the safety car, which is the right thing to do. A gargantuan race with Justin and Hamilton, which Hamilton in the event prevailed in. George Russell was behind, but eventually got past him. High skill from all 3 drivers. Hamilton, from Leclerc, and from Russell. Great to watch. And you didn't mind that some of them might have been battery assisted and some of them weren't, because it was a great battle that was going on throughout the race. George Russell got past as he inevitably would. Lewis finished third, Charles finished fourth. Right, we're going to take a break here. They're having a little private moment, so we'll leave you with this. Try not to intrude on this question as Jimmy and his crew celebrating on his car. Who am I looking at?
Slightly fresher than I thought I was going to be.
How come you were a little slick yesterday?
I know, you told me about that. It's just so that the consultant said you don't need it like for support, but if you wear it when you're out, it's just to say to people, don't come and fucking high five me or like, just so people know. It's like one of these, so it's like, wait, I've not seen you in fucking years. Dig you in the arm or something like that. Any games left? That was the last one.
Names that last up to 649, memories that last a lifetime. Reynolds, Trump, E-Tech, self-charging,
Already good, so I'm playing this and I'm
with 0% APR for
Make it quick, just like go for the kill. But it's not going to do any more damage either, so I can't crack on. So as long as I'm not, you know, overextended or whatever, which means I'm short, you know, isn't that good? Excuses out there, kind of, when you shake hands with someone, isn't it good? I'm on 1 week, you don't see. How you feel about that?
Keep it down there.
Good, good. That's as good as I'm going to get, so I'm going to stop right there and leave. I'm like brilliant on the weekend, I just can't do anything else.
Welcome back to the race date from the 2026 Kilmacolm Road. Right, let's get on with it. Well on to them, and this is their
What was the squad against Andy Griff?
maybe don't look at the old assistant left there. Is anyone from Williams here?
I was telling me last night, I said, oh, you must have won every game. He said, someone beat me, I would have
Stand here and do their setup. Work very hard. They only have
He is lovely guy. I watched him play Tom Cousins on YouTube the other day, and then realised he was in my group, and I was like, ah, fuck. You know, what's part of this watch, I'm like, I'm going to get better by watching you kick my ass.
Six races on the start to P11.
Alright, swift and painless, swift and
close out in 9 and 2 points. Was due to start in the pit lane. They had ages to rebuild his car, but then it sprung some sort of hydraulic leak or something hydraulic failing. So my heart doesn't go out to Alexander because he doesn't have any points. But I know there's did not start. What was great was Liam Lawson, and well done to him because he's 7 today. So Liam started with Liam and of course Kimmy Anthony and Lewis Hanson. Good start for Albert Lindblad. 12 today. While Liam was 7. Picked up 13 was Liam Lawson. He said, does this mess up the strategy? Don't worry about it. Rarely, I think we'll be fine. And was proved to be absolutely right. They were absolutely fine. So he edged his way back up to P7 and stayed there. Now, arguably, starting on the hard tyre, they left Albert Lindblad out a little bit too long, all the way to that 3. Closed to Nico Hulkenberg, finished 1.7 seconds behind Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is also on medium tyres on the second stint, and closer to the with a spin along the way, finished the green flag. Great work from him. P7 some more points for Racing Bulls. We'll just tell you quickly what happened with Aston Martin. What we thought was going to happen in Melbourne, but didn't because they retired, happened today in that the vibrations were so bad. Fernando Alonso continued and retired from the race because the car was shaking his hands to pieces. He was feeling in his hands. Situation. We thought what was going to happen. The car seemed to be running, which is one thing, I suppose. A quick fix that has to come. Will it be awkward when they go to Honda owned Suzuka in a couple of weeks' time? Yes, it will. What are they going to do on the kind of, best possible? I don't know. But yeah, it's just not going to be pretty. It's not worth it. Very good. And again, yeah, hey! He's got that balance though right, Pete, isn't he? It's right over the top of the rear wheels. It's got that balance just right. I did it, just flip over the air on the neck. Don't do that with I know it looks cool, and I liked it, but don't do it at home. It looked really cool. Right, Lance Stroll retired with a battery problem. So they've only got 2 batteries. One's good, so I don't know what they're going to do, whether they can get another one. Engineers said that batteries are in pretty short supply. Can they fix it for Suzuka? I'm sure they can get one together somehow. They'll have to because it can't not running in Suzuka. But Stroll with a battery problem as well. Star of the race, or another star of the race, as I've already said, Ollie Behrman P5. And do you know what? Haas are P4. So well done to Haas, the Haas team, the G here today in the US. Still no Ocon, but it's a great start for Ollie Behrman. Lost time with the Hadjar spin, went down from 12 to P8, passed on Wilson's P7. Got past then had a contractor spin with Frank Colapinto hit him, got a 10-second penalty, and that ruined the race. Didn't score any points. Then got reassuring words from Ayako Matsu to this about Ocon after the race, saying don't worry, your first race is coming. Ended up with 4 damage and only P4. Closed down very behind the top 4. He is yet again behind the Mercedes and the Ferraris and holding the first start and the Alpine. Right, let's do Audi. This did not start for Gabriel Portoletto with a power issue, so it's unreliable.
Cynic played it.
The Audi driving fast was today. Wasn't even Hulkenberg. Stayed out to get a safety car on the tyre. Pitted last one out well, we pitted that last one, that's 6. Bit of a slow start. Rejoined and continue and close on Franco Colapinto. Defended Ferrari Lindblad and finished 1.7 seconds ahead of the Racing Bulls. So 11th, but yeah, no points for Audi today. Well done to Alpine, fantastic race for them. P6 for Pierre Gasly, their best since Silverstone in 2005. The P10 on the point for Frank Colapinto. Frank Colapinto's first point since the USA 2024. And yeah, they just raced brilliantly. Colapinto was unlucky with Ocon, otherwise it was great stuff from Pierre Gasly. Up to Colapinto ran P2 or 1 point to drop down. Gasly was P5 and then ended up P6. Finally, Valtteri Bottas in P13, Sergio Perez in 15. They hit each other, continued, and both one stopped and finished one lap down. That's where they finished in Australia. Right, that's it for us. Thank you for watching the sprint weekend. We will see you in Japan, Suzuka, on the 27th and 28th of January. See you then.
I'm going to go watch United get beat by Villa. I'm a United fan, I've just got no faith in it. We've got any faith in it. Not playing well, like. We have this tendency to fucking bomb it, then we're in a good position. If we win today, we're 6 points clear of Chelsea in 4th, 5th. But we just, I don't know, we get to that point where we're like, yeah, we're going to get better, and then we're back I hope so, I hope so. Battle scars and false dawns that told me otherwise. Oh, God, you're similar bump.
Yeah. Because you've had to be there. Some success over there.
You got to get off the league last night.
Yeah. The two Ferraris who've been incredibly quick off the line in both Melbourne and in the sprint race here. We've currently got Clarence in the garage. We've got Alex Albon starting to the line and Gabriel Sorrento and Audi also being off the grid. This is the way the starting grid. That might shake up. But 56 lap race. Alex Albon in the pit lane. Sergio Perez starts on the back row. Ahead of me, Valtteri Bottas. Fernando Alonso qualifying in 19th. That is his first qualifying here. It's the 10th for a Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz starts 17th for Williams, his teammate in the pit lane. Gabriel Bortoletto's also in the garage currently. Marvin Lindblad starts 15th where he started with a sprint. His teammate Liam Lawson 14th. Esteban Ocon missed Q3 by 6 milliseconds is 13th. Franco Colapinto missed it by 5 milliseconds, and Nico Hülkenberg missed the top 10 by 2 milliseconds. Ollie Behrman squeezed in. Isaac Hacker alongside Strong Road 5 for Red Bull. Max Verstappen second place, he started with he hits high start. This was fourth on the College yet 22 races ago. The two McLarens should be on road 3. They are both confirmed in the garage currently. Charles Leclerc starts 4th. Every race we've had this season, the driver starting 4th has led in the turn 1. Lewis Hamilton 3rd on the grid. It's a Mercedes front row lockout as it was for the sprint, as it was for the Grand Prix in Melbourne last week. Lando Norris
Brandon, high five everybody in this bar.
Detailed race, and that's a real good shape for him. Won't take time, probably a second. So what's gone wrong with Oscar? There's a different issue for Lando Norris on the other side of the garage. And there's the front row.
to position. Kimi Antonelli becoming the youngest race winner. Honour from Spain in 2016. Russell doesn't become the youngest ever driver to lead a world championship. As Nick Cassidy just reversed back because he was going straight.
It's always difficult. That really throws you as a driver when you see this open space in front of you. It's so tempted just to go into a quick spot.
Should be starting on the jet lane, but he's out of the car as well. So it looks like it's a movement.
One highlight from the
56 laps, and we've got the start procedure. The revs build up, and now we have the 5 lights setting. The Chinese Grand Prix. Lights out, away we go. Much better start from Kimi Antonelli. Lewis Hamilton sending right at him, and he's already passed George Russell. We can get 2 into the first corner, side by side. Hamilton ahead of Charles Leclerc. Antonelli on the inside will try and hang it.
Somewhere that is not comfortable. Manchester is a very comfortable place to him, where he will always be a big figure. There will always be fans that have the significant achievements he had.
The Sunday Telegraph has the headline England, Paris, and there are various pieces in, for example, the Sunday Telegraph. There's backing in the Sunday Telegraph. This phenomenon might just have saved Portland's job once on Sunday Times. Played without fear, without
Just in yes. With what we've been talking about football right now, even to say that we're about
Staying over the night then, or are you going back tomorrow? What are you doing?
I'm tempted to stay tonight. So we can
Be a late one back. Okay, fans can go on all evening. You're working in the morning?
have to get off.
Me too.
And there's a lovely fight with Scotland, obviously having really good tournament. Italy finally seeing Rose with modern rugby in that way. That world feels like
Beautiful. That was a lovely one. That was right behind the line of his came out. You guys have got Liverpool together. Or we're getting today, like 3 or 4 today, like. Well, anyone but Liverpool, so I'll be a Spurs fan for the day. Most of our defence now. We've got 11 players now. Look at this. One Lawrence here.
I thought it was already food, like it's already there, but that should be out.
Obviously, but it's not the whole
What's the floor? What you got fish? The sun. What? Oh, Mark. What want me to give you? Who? She's like Wilson. Fucking tell me about it. I'll fucking what one. Guys, go get me one.
Where's that? There you go. That's the cuddle. I've seen us still going race for left half right. Thank you very much. It seems like half an hour.
Come on, big jumbo! Fucking in the game with you, big man. Let's fucking see off, yeah! Who's the case? Who's that? He knows he's played. Well, for lunches or for police or what? I raise it. Thanks so much.
was was the guys home or something like that. Right, that's your boy.
Lost about bro. Lost about bro. And it was about out up there with the music. Who won't like that for taking it on? You go up and try to make it 2-1 and that's my head. I have a short by anyone, I have a short instead of just blowing it in, I double this one too. And it's easy, you got it long. Colin. Not after that. It's a phone. It's like, nice now. She's trying to do stuff. What's that happening? Actually comfortable in the book. And there's so much that actually was doing. I was laughing I love sausage rolls. Put them in the oven and they come out tasty.
Sergeant. Ball bag. I've lost my wallet, I've lost my phone. That's no bad, that's no bad. That's really serious one. I said, well, you're on it last night. And you cancelled your bag, so must be your fucking phone. Maybe a different camera because your eyes are everywhere.
Fucking idiot.
You be fucking pickpocketed when you're on else dancing.
I was asking my phone.
There's a deal for that dancing.
Why? Fucking give me a minute, man. I want it. Come on, the bullseye boys.
I thought you were recording.
I'm going to sort this team, boys, for... I'll start it up in a minute. A decent favour.
Has that been on the whole time?
Aye. Have you been talking shite?